Hello, welcome back to Whisky Wednesday. Another Wednesday, another whisky review with me, Joe. So, this week, Cragganmore 12. One of the Diageo classic malts, or kind of part of their range now. It's bottled at 40%. It's a Speyside single malt, matured in predominantly bourbon casks, mainly used for blending. In fact, in their kind of official range, you have this one, you have the Distiller's Edition, which is extra matured or double matured in port casks, and they do an occasional older release, like as an annual special edition. They've done a 21, a 25, I believe, as well recently. So there's not much about in terms of single malts. There are a few independent bottlings on the market, available from various independent bottlings, Gordon & MacPhail, Signatory, Weems, I think. So they are out there, but they're kind of few and far between. So let's give it a go. Just put that there so you can see. Cragganmore 12, Speyside whisky. It's probably not natural colour, but in terms of the colour, you can see there, it's kind of just, that's what I kind of call, it sounds a bit silly, but it just sounds like, this looks like stereotypical whisky colour, just kind of gold, kind of golden yellow. But I don't know if it's natural colour, it probably isn't. So let's get to the nose. Ooh. Now, as you can see, I've got through a fair amount of that. I've been drinking this kind of consistently over the past week, 2 weeks, so I've really kind of got to know it, which is a good way to get into a whisky. Kind of just buy a bottle. If you really want to get to know it, just drink it steadily over kind of like 2 or 3 weeks, so you really get to know that bottle. So on the nose, straight away there's a herbal characteristic. So think of herbal tablets. Think of those, the lemon and honey hall soothers, the kind of things you use to stop your throat being sore. So lemon and honey. There's a kind of, it's quite fragrant, so think of kind of incense, aromatic notes. It's kind of sweetly spiced. There's a faint nuttiness, so pecan, or pecan, however you want to say it, well, however you say it in your country, pecan. There's some vanilla there as well. American oak cask matured, I assume. And you can actually smell a lot of maltiness as well. This is one of the, it's obviously a single malt, so it's distilled from single malted barley grain. But you can smell that kind of crisp, fruity malt. Kind of quite thick, kind of chewy. There's honey. But it really is that kind of herbal throat lemon honey lozenge. Let's give it a taste. First thing you'll notice is it's very easy. It's very easy going. This is probably be a really good beginner's whisky if you were looking to get someone into the world of single malts, which is actually what it was intended for in the first place. There's a sweetness there, but it is also slightly smoky as well, so there's a certain amount of smoke going on in this. It's not peaty, it's smoky, different thing altogether. So just think kind of, what's the best way of describing this? Kind of smoky fruit, if you can imagine that. Let's give it another taste. Definitely honey again, that kind of herbal lemon. I always think this tastes of baked lemons. So imagine putting a lemon into the oven for half an hour, baking it, you get it out, the lemon will be hot, it'll be juicy, it will kind of caramelise slightly on the top, and you can smell all that kind of herbaceous, sweet fruitiness that you get from a baked lemon. Imagine that, and that's what you've got with Cragganmore 12. Hasn't got the longest finish in the world, but it's pleasant, it's balanced, and it is tasty. This is approximately around about £35 to £40. Again, prices vary depending on where you look. It's used a lot in blends, so Johnny Walker will use this, Bells will use this, Teachers and all the blends, J&B, Famous Grouse probably uses it. It's kind of prized by blenders as being kind of a really good base for blends. Score-wise, for the price you pay, I'd have to give that probably a solid 7.5 out of 10. The reason it's not getting an 8 is just because the finish isn't all that long. But it is interesting, it's easygoing, it's got a good taste, it's balanced, it's just not the longest finish in the world. If you've tried Cragganmore 12, please let me know, leave me a comment in the box below, as you guys always do, and I love you for it. And I will see you next week for yet another whiskey review. Cheers guys, bye bye.